Baby, lick my toes and turn the lights down low. It's the last episode of Relatable. I wish I was joking, but I actually know. It's our last episode. Welcome back to episode 55. We're still alive despite everything that's happened over the past couple weeks.
Despite God or the universe's best try to, crush
smite us down.
to crush our will to keep living, we're still here.
So life's been a lot for everyone, just in general, and also us. We're not special, but
Oh no, I am.
yeah, you're especially fucked. But we've just sort of come to a crossroads of where we want to take the podcast and Relatable in general. I almost said as a brand, and then I threw up in my mouth a little bit. So.
We're actually selling out. We're selling the rights to the podcast to
The Coca-Cola company.
the Coca-Cola company, and part of it to the company that runs InfoWars.
Jillian teamed up with Alex Jones's evil gay twin on TikTok. You showed me this fucking TikTok the other day, and I was like, there's no way this isn't Alex Jones's evil twin brother. Because he was talking about how, in Alex Jones's voice, by the way, he sounds exactly like him, how he wants the world to be more evil and more gay.
Well, and I pointed out to Lauren that the evil part of evil gay twin is redundant.
Are you saying that as a homophobe? Are you saying that the gays are evil?
No, I'm saying that Alex Jones is evil, so calling his twin his
No, but
evil...
his evil Alex Jones's evil twin means he's good. The implication is that Alex Jones is evil. So Alex Jones's evil twin is the opposite of whatever Alex Jones is.
Oh,
Unless he's also evil.
right.
And then you would just say his twin.
Well, also,
Go on.
not to get it twisted, I do think gay people are evil.
So a lot has gone on. There was a family tragedy, and then another family tragedy, and then another family tragedy.
Oh, and the cocksucker whose car I hit, which was deemed no fault of my own through my insurance, his insurance is denying responsibility. So that's a whole other can of bullshit.
You're being gaslit when you have video proof.
Yeah, literally.
Of accidentally T-boning someone who did not he did the thing where he's just like, good luck to everybody else, honked his horn, and fucking swerved in front of a ton of cars on film.
AAA, made sure to remind State Farm, who is my insurance company. They said, well, she was a woman. I mean, need we say more? Unfortunately, that holds up well in a court of law. So there's going to be a vicious legal battle going on in the background. But, that's what you pay insurance for, right? Because I am going to get into a lot more accidents. I guarantee it.
Well, given the bumper sticker you bought, I feel like it's sort of inevitable at this point. But what I found so funny was that this guy is new to this insurance company. And I like to imagine because he keeps getting in accidents and jumping from company to company. So he tries to find a loophole to keep his record clean. But I like to imagine that every time he gets into an accident, his excuse is the same thing that he told us, where he's like, you were in a bike lane, like in the middle of a fucking freeway.
Yeah.
We're in a fucking rural area. There's no infrastructure here. Sorry, man. It's a fucking bike lane, dude. It's been one family tragedy after another. And considering that we're also family tragedies, it's been really hard.
You're born tragedies and the rest is drag.
Isn't that like you're born naked and the rest is drag? Yeah.
Well, that's also something I wanted to talk about because, in our personal world, obviously things are kind of a mess, I guess you could say. But I really think we need to talk about the real pressing issue in society today, which I think we could argue that this is the leading cause of most issues in the world today. And that is
Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah.
She's just fucking putting her face on Bud Light cans.
On good American Bud Light. I'm going to buy all of the Bud Light at my local liquor store. I'm going to pour it out in protest. That'll show Anheuser-Busch who to mess with.
And I'm going to start drinking Miller Lite because they've never supported a gay thing in their life. Meanwhile, sponsoring.
Meanwhile, they have. Like, they've had like pride shit.
Miller Lite's son is gay. Like,
It's Miller Lite.
us gays need something a little lighter, a little fun.
Can we get a skinny version of your beer?
Yes, son. Of course, son.
I'm sure you're aware, gays run society, so I must abide by your wishes.
It's funny though, because these companies also channel a ton of money into like Republican causes and shit too. So they play both hands.
Oh, for sure. It's also not a normal reaction to have
Crying into their fucking watery piss.
fermented piss water. And by the way, they're like dumping out all this bullshit that they've already paid for.
So I saw a video of some woman cutting her Bud Light hat into two with a pair of scissors, which, first of all, were the strongest pair of scissors I've ever seen. She cut through an entire hat and a Bud Light koozie. And I was just like,
Yeah, you showed them.
Jaw dropped. She's like, this was my favorite hat. Fucking tears like falling onto the
Meanwhile,
scissors.
like conservatives are like, no! God, no! Not the hat and the koozie. Anything.
Bud Light is like falling to their knees. Like, what have we done? Every time also I hear Dylan Mulvaney's name, I think of John Mulaney.
I know, me too.
Because Mulvaney and Mulaney are just too similar.
They need to team up for some comedy show or something.
I was talking to you were going on a tangent, and I do want to get back to them. But speaking of weird, similar sounding names, I was talking to you earlier about what I was making for brunch. And I was talking about how I was making waffles and coffee. But I think I said
Coffles and waffy.
waffles and waffy. And I was like, that's going to be my future kids' names. Coffles and Waffy, come get your waffles and coffee. Oh, Mom, we had waffles and coffee yesterday. And you'll have it again today. You don't like it.
They look up blue waffle
Shut
online.
up. I heard that now if you look up blue waffle, you'll literally just get a blue waffle. Like, times have really changed.
The internet is healing. Remember the days when people would tell you about like 2 girls in 1 cup or whatever, and then you'd be like, you should look it up.
And then you were scarred for life. I never watched it.
I did.
All right.
I also saw what a great topic for our finale. I saw a video of someone sounding with a DS stylus.
No, you did not.
I did.
Jillian, why? Like, hold on. Let's break down this sentence. You saw a video
Yeah.
of someone sounding, meaning putting something up their pee hole, a man.
Yeah.
A person with a
penis. A penis hole.
A penis haver. Sticking a DS stylus up their pee-pee hole.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw this. Now, did you happen upon it? Or was this something you searched for?
I plead the fifth.
I knew you were going to say that, you fucking sneaky fuck. All right. On what site was this on?
This was years ago.
You're
I
like,
was probably
this is on Twitter.
This was last night, actually. No, this was probably when I was 12 or 13 years
my
old. I'm
God.
not even kidding. It stuck with me. That imagery has stuck in my mind.
You literally just Googled like DS stylus sound because you wanted to hear like the tap, tap, tap ASMR
I needed
going
some
to bed.
ASMR to fall asleep. And I ended up getting scarred for life.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Was there more to that story or no?
No, that
I
was pretty much it. I saw a man pleasuring himself with a
Oh my God.
DS stylus. So.
Imagine doing that as a woman to your urethra. Just like, you know what? Let's change subjects.
Oh my God. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast before, but I got these little suppository pills that, you stick up your cooter and it helps maintain your pH balance or whatever.
And by that, she means her pussy health balance.
My pussy health. But I was reading the reviews for them before I got them. And it was
probably smart. Probably a good thing
well,
to
yeah.
do.
I mean, before you stick something up your hoo-ha, you should probably read about it. But, it had glowing reviews. It was all these people talking about how,
Their pussies were glowing.
their pussies were literally radioactively glowing. But I found this one review that was like, I don't know, like a 3 or 4 star review. And I was like, these were great, except you need to really be careful when you're sticking them up your vagina because I accidentally shoved one way up into my urethra.
No,
And
you did not, girlfriend. You did not accidentally shove
Yeah,
one up your urethra.
There's just a lot to unpack there. Like, I feel like the second you feel something going up your urethra, it would be so excruciating. Why would you continue to then keep pushing it up there? And by the way, they're not small.
No. I can imagine they're not. They're like fucking frisbee size.
It's just like a big, it's like 20 pounds and it's like, boom, like you stick it on the table. Like, well, it's time to sit on this.
It's like humanity's like when they first fucking invented the wheel. It's just like a concrete disc. You just have to like sit on top of it and slowly
like an egg.
You know, maybe it's a good thing that we're not doing this anymore because I don't think we'll be able to ever be employed again.
Well, I have not been employed for the past like 2 months, so
oopsie.
The podcast has absolutely nothing to do with me being unemployed.
Yeah, continuing to be
whatsoever.
unemployed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you know what? Ironically, I had 11 interviews last week for nannying jobs. So they don't want you working in an office with other adults, but they do want me influencing their children. So
You know what's great about this actually is now you can go in and expose these children to drag shows and subsequently turn them into evil homosexuals.
right. Well, that's
So-
redundant. As we've
We've established. You're right. Sorry.
This is what fucking Ron DeSantis, Meatball Ron over in Florida,
Meatball Ron.
is thinking is happening in schools. He's thinking that like the gays TM come into classrooms dressed in drag and just like pop their pussies in front of the children. And it's like, do we have the science to back that up? I can't say that we do. They're like the existence of a gay man on a poster.
It's gonna trans them. They're transing our genders.
They're trying to trans your genders. Fuck out of here. No, it's gotten really overt. Like there was a fucking bomb threat at the Budweiser factory in Van Nuys, which is close by. Like they're so fucking pressed about a trans woman being on their beer cans that they're like, I'm gonna fucking bomb one of the thousands of breweries that they have in the entire country.
I'm only going to drink Miller Lite or whoever else. And all of those parent companies have also either, contributed to Pride celebrations or, other companies that they own have contributed to Pride celebrations. Like you're still supporting these companies and like it doesn't fucking matter. That's why I only eat from Chick-fil-A because of their hardcore stance for anti-gayness. And on Sundays I starve because they ain't open. I think we need to bring back the period in American propaganda where we just straight up were like, fuck Nazis, like let's
like
go.
Dr. Seuss is making fucking racist German cartoons. Dr. Seuss is like, bibbidi bobbidi Bittler, we need to kill Hitler. Dude, your fart smell like your cat's litter box.
I didn't fart.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you accuse me of something that I didn't do? If I farted, I would have taken accountability. Because that's the kind
You
of person...
didn't when you fucking farted in my car.
I thought you heard it.
No.
And I thought you just didn't say anything. No.
Dude, smell travels faster than sound. You know that.
That's why I always smell onions whenever you're 50 yards in proximity to me.
Onions and garlic, bitch. I'm the whole
And
package.
everything bagel. That's what I smell.
It is kind of insane how like conservatives are sort of like eating themselves because they're so hell-bent on following through with this like anti-woke culture, fucking anti-trans bullshit that Mr. Beast has a trans person in his videos.
Yeah.
And they came out as trans recently.
No, it's his friend.
Yeah,
I know.
his friend. Yeah, no, he just has a token trans person.
Just a random trans
just
person in
standing
the
in
back.
the corner.
He's like, I've been trans inclusive this whole time.
And they've been like slowly transitioning, not saying anything this entire time. And fucking conservatives are pressed about it.
Like, I bet you didn't know background person A is actually this person.
And background person C is a gay. Like, no. So this person, Chris, she came out as trans. And conservatives are just mad that they exist. And like someone made a fucking drama video about how like, is Chris gonna be the end for Mr. Beast's channel?
Yeah, like it's a fucking business decision to become trans.
Like they, like it came out like they were a fucking predator or something. No, they just exist.
Well, Lauren, I've been crunching the numbers on our podcast, and I actually think it would be better for us if I transitioned.
Transition to what?
That is
Having a job.
Shut up.
I would like to transition out of this existence, please. And
Yeah,
thank you.
can I transition from the mortal realm into the into the spiritual realm?
You fucking astral projecting out of your body as we record this. You just your fucking jaw goes slack and you start drooling. Look, I do too, bitch. That's why I transitioned out of my fucking job.
I love that for you.
What were we talking about? Oh, people are mad that a trans person exists in Mr. Beast videos. And they're like turning against Mr. Beast, who has fucking... I don't give a fuck about this person, by the way. Whatever.
I do. How could you say that?
You pull up
Mr.
your shirt,
Beast?
you have a fucking Mr. Beast tattoo on your chest.
His eyes are where my nipples are. I'm like, look, I can make him cross-eyed.
It's like an intricately shaded, fucking realistic portrait of Mr. Beast. And on your back, it's the back of his head. Look, he has neck rolls.
I can make him dance.
The fucking cross-eyed thing is making me piss my pants.
Wait. My bush is where his mustache is.
He has a goatee. And your pussy lips are his butt chin.
It's a
Fuck
very,
off.
very intricate tattoo. It has taken multiple sessions.
It's like Margot's brother's entire, like, massive piece of a back
Oh
back
my-
tattoo.
and it's not even done.
It's insane, guys. He went through a breakup. It's a whole deal. Look, if I went through a breakup and I was with someone for years, maybe I would also want to tap my entire body. Maybe I would split my tongue in two and be a lizard person. I don't fucking know. It looks cool.
It does.
Anyway, stop farting.
Okay, now I farted. See?
Oh my god.
Taking accountability.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into like boring ass fucking politics. It's just like embarrassing. It made me laugh so hard when all those texts came out that like Tucker Carlson doesn't believe any of the shit he's saying and like actually hates Trump. Lost my fucking shit, dude.
By the way, who is surprised?
I mean, dude, he's pretty convincing. Like he plays the fucking insane person. Like he's
Over
pressed about M&M's.
Super sexy M&M's.
He's a fucking great actor. I have to give him props for that. And like people buy it. They fucking they eat it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like M&M's before they became woke, right?
If they're not
They
sexy,
be-
they don't taste no good.
No, and I want tits on my M&M's. I don't know about you.
I want to suck the chocolate milk out of the fucking M&M's titties.
I want to poke a hole right where its butt would be with a needle and suck its brown sludge right out.
Suck. Marco has been saying that, by the way.
Dude, what the fuck did Marco say the other day too, by the way, where he thought he was saying something?
He this is so funny. This is like
I screamed. The scream I scrumped.
the scream I scrumped. We were having dinner and I don't know, we were talking about how much he's been working out, you know, because he really wants to get better at volleyball. And he's like, I'm just so tired, but I want to keep playing. And he's like, you know, the grind must continue. Instead of the grind never stops. The grind must continue. The actual most German thing I've ever heard in my life.
The grind must continue.
The grind must continue, yeah.
I'm trying to think of other fucking bro slogans that he would Germanize, and I can't. It's just so fucking funny. Jesus Christ.
Let us acquire this bread.
Let us obtain this satchel with which to carry things with. Fucking medieval Chance the Raptor. Chance the Raptor. Jurassic Chance the Raptor. With the fucking 3 hat on. No,
Clever girl.
medieval Chance the Rapper be like, you desireth a satchel, you getteth a satchel. Yeah.
There's like a mandolin in the background.
Oh, dude. Fucking, I've been watching Kunk on Earth. It's basically like a parody history documentary show.
Mm-hmm.
She was asking them like a music professor who studies like the history of music and all this stuff. And she's like, you know, in the medieval times when they're like, you know, there's always all this background music that's like, she's like, do you think they ever thought about just like turning that off? Like she's insinuating that there's just background music all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's been amazing. I finished You, which I don't know if you saw it, but
I have not seen the newest season.
it's like a lot. They're trying to do a lot. It's
just feel like
climaxing.
I lost interest after Love died. Spoiler alert,
Well,
sorry.
I agree that season was fucking great and they had a great dynamic. So it's hard to, and also like he goes to London and they try to do this thing where he actually has like a split personality and he dissociates. They're really reaching. They're really stretching on the psychological science behind all the shit. But
what's the point of that? Are they trying to argue that he's insane or something?
But he can't come to terms with the fact that he's like actually awful. Like ultimately you get to a point where you're like, oh, they're just like not redeemable. But people are still like, I would let Joe murder me. Like, would you, bitch? Would you enjoy getting sliced to bits and stabbed multiple times in the chest cavity? Like,
yeah, actually I would. Yeah.
Like Hassan Piker, I was telling you earlier today, he did a photo shoot for this magazine where he is basically like POV, you're getting murdered by him.
Well, he was really appropriating serial killer culture, and I just don't think that's okay.
You say that, but these were the comments. These were some of the comments. Anyway, so it's just him covered in blood holding up a knife, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the top comments is, a tear just ran down my leg. Oh, God.
Girl, same.
Right? And the top comment is, in all caps, my body, your choice. Which...
Feminism has died.
Feminism has left the building. They're like, look, I'm not saying that women shouldn't have the right to vote, but...
You know what? I'm anti-women's suffrage because I'm tired of working and I'm tired of having responsibilities.
I'm pro-woman suffering. There's this wonderful woman on YouTube who does video essays. Her name is Tara Mooney.
I love
she's
her.
British, right? Yeah, she's great. She did one recently on some women unironically talking about not wanting the right to vote anymore. And some of them are just doing it to like be fucking edgelords, right?
No, I know, because it gets views and clicks.
Sure. But like there are women who are genuinely arguing, like that one Pearl lady who's that fucking annoying redhead talking about how women don't deserve rights. And she just is hungry for some cock and balls. And I don't know if she's getting any, but girl, do you need help? Like, we can find you someone. There's dating apps. You don't have to grovel.
Yeah, or just like, you know, get a vibrator.
Be normal.
Yeah. Why do you hate yourself?
Because she looks like
a toe.
She looks like a sack of potatoes. Got turned into a human.
And
anthropomorphized. Like we said, Benedict Cumberbatch looks like a worm who got turned into a human but forgot to ask for hair. There's this fucking photo of him on the red carpet. I swear to God, that's exactly what he looks like. And he's not an unattractive man.
No, he's not. It's just, you know, I think in certain angles, he looks more like his worm self. And maybe he like didn't put his wig on properly or something.
His spray on hair. I like to think that he actually has magical abilities, which is why he was hired to play Doctor Strange. And he puts out a force field that makes people think that he's attractive. But like when the photo was taken, the wall,
the magic doesn't work.
The magic disappeared and his true form was revealed.
It's like how you can't see vampires in film or in a mirror. It's like his magical powers don't transcend like digital photography.
He just looks like Heidi Klum in that worm outfit. You can't tell me he doesn't. If y'all are sleuths enough, you'll find this picture of him. But
no, but he's very talented, so good for him for making it work. Considering
his visual impairments and his physical, lack of arms or legs or penis, like
he has proven that anybody can make it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what age or color or race or
species. Yeah, he acts well for a worm.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen worse. I've seen worms. Have you tried praying for a job, or doing the worm at all recently?
I tried mixing it up a little, like doing the can opener and
The coffee grinder.
Yeah, the coffee grinder, the shopping cart, that sort of thing. I don't think it's working. I think I have been displeasing, whoever's listening, because they clearly don't like those dance moves just based off of the chain of events that has been happening in my life lately.
Have you tried just straight up twerking?
No, I should do that. I should try it. I'll let you know.
There were two things that I wanted to cover before we close out, though, because I don't know. I was talking on the phone with you about something, and we were talking about like lifting something heavy or something.
Yeah, it had to have been, I don't know, maybe like lifting weights or something. And I was just thinking, like hip hip, the classic sound that people in the 1930s, 40s, 50s may or may not have made as they were lifting heavy things.
And then never after that. Like, can we bring hip hip back? Because look, if I'm moving out of my apartment anytime soon in the future, I want to hire a team that solely makes that sound when they move the furniture. And that's all I want to hear the entire time. And I'm not going to pay them not to do that. Like I'm going to pay them extra to specifically only make those noises. No grunting, no wheezing, just you together in sync. And look, we'll get into the costuming in a second, but you pick up the couch, load it into the van, and together you both go hip hip.
Right. Because I was going to say, in addition to the hip hip, it is integral for those movers in order to get the extra money, first of all, they have to make the sound, but then they also have to have handlebar mustaches. They have to be wearing,
a gold belted Speedo.
Right. And then
boxing shoes.
Leather lace up
shoes.
Boxing shoes. Exactly. With like their hair parted down the middle.
Absolutely. Like black hair. Parted into curls.
Right.
A little bit of chest hair.
Yeah, just like a tasteful amount.
Built like a Dorito. Come over, right? Nothing sexual. This is going to be my Craigslist post. Need help moving. Must wear provided uniform. Can only say hep hep. Nothing sexual.
If you pop a boner, you are not getting the extra money.
I would pop a boner, dude, if I was surrounded by a bunch of guys looking exactly like me.
Hep, hep.
Just going hep, hep. I would immediately pop a boner. I would be pitching tents all over the place. Like, can we just bring back that culture in general when we're lifting heavy things? And this doesn't have to be men, right? Women can do this too, but you have to be wearing a Speedo. And look, so when I walk into a gym, I don't want to hear guys going, ugh, and like slamming their fucking weights on the ground. I want to hear men with cartoonishly large barbells in hand going hep, hep, hep. I want an entire gym full of guys just intermittently going hep, 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 for the entirety of the time the gym is open. I want that sound ringing in my ears when I come home. I want to fall asleep to it. I never want to hear anything else.
I think it's just important for us to get back to our roots, as Americans in this time where the nation feels really divided. And I think that this will just provide us with a really great sense of community because anybody could do it. Anybody can say hep hep and wear a Speedo and
lift heavy things.
Yeah.
If you are in agreement with us, we highly recommend that you write a letter to your local
your
city council member, postal worker, Amazon delivery person, and be like, please, hep hep from me. Hep hep for us.
Hep hep for all. Hep hep hooray.
And that's our slogan, and that's what we're running on for presidential election 2024. Actually, wait, when is it? 2024. And that's why we're ending the podcast, because we are running for president.
That's right. And it's not like president and VP. It's both of us. It's like a
co-president,
a package deal.
If you'd like to join us in that fight, please continue to support. Did you want to talk about seeing the Mario movie?
Yeah. I mean, you can.
Jillian saw the Mario movie. Goodbye, everyone.
See you whenever. We don't know. No, it was good. I think it got a lot of flack, just because certain
Crisp Rat was
the main actor. And look, there were some valid criticisms, of course, with any movie, right? But I think
like Peach's tits should have been bigger.
Well, yeah. First of all, her tits should have been bigger. I think
should have been more dong.
Yeah, the sex scene with Bowser and Luigi should have been longer than 5 minutes, in my opinion.
When you gave me your 2-hour-long review, like you just retold the story to me,
Uh-huh.
I was really disappointed to hear that there was absolutely no incest whatsoever.
No, they missed the mark with that one.
I mean, there's pipes like throughout the film, right? And no
Yeah.
one got piped besides Luigi and Bowser?
Yeah. It's actually so horrifically offensive to the Italian American community. I just don't have the words.
Right.
So
That's like, Marvel did it right when they did Infinity War and Captain America and Iron Man fucked within the first 5 minutes. Like, that's fan service.
I mean, one of my favorite parts had to have been when Toad went on a, 15-minute rant about like woke politics and that sort of thing. I think that was necessary. But like, if they could put that in there, why couldn't they extend the sex scene? That's all I'm saying. Or like have more.
Or just have it be a voiceover over the sex scene, talking about the inequalities of living in a capitalist society and the desire to return to Marxism and, going over that political theory while Luigi and Bowser are aggressively fucking, I think honestly would have been a really aesthetic, creative choice. So, well, there's always room for improvement in the sequel, and I'm glad you generally enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. I think, hopefully Nintendo will listen to the general criticisms of its fans and take this into consideration going forward.
That's what Sonic did, and I mean, the sex scenes in the sequel were honestly some of the best I've ever seen. So
no, I know. I mean, the animation was just absolutely beautiful. So I feel like there is a chance for it to improve. I mean, hey, we might even get like a director's cut where they just have it extended anyway.
And that's honestly all I want to see.
Give us the Snyder cut of the Mario movie, please.
Please and thanks. Until that comes out, you can re-listen to all of our old episodes. Unfortunately, we're not entirely joking about this being the last podcast episode for the time being because, look, bitch, we've had a lot of personal stuff going on. I'm also in a different position in my career, and I don't know what my schedule is going to be like. I need to focus on writing, but we're not going away in the slightest. We've just found that people like our Let's Plays and other videos more, but anyway, we reached a point where we're like, okay, let's strategize and figure out what the best course of action is moving forward, and I think essentially Let's Plays are just podcasts with fun visuals. And so we're going to keep that train running and do film reviews and maybe little animated shorts with like clips from the podcast. So it's going to live on. We might return to it at some point if we both have time in our careers, but we really loved doing this for you guys and we want to continue making fun stuff for us and for you. And so I think from here on, I would definitely recommend checking out our YouTube channel for all kinds of stuff. And we're still going to be around, just not in your earballs as much. So, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all so much.
We love you more than our own families.
It's true. Don't tell them that, though. Shh.
It's okay, because none of them listen to this shit. Well, that's not true.
Shout out Aunt Karen and maybe Sarah.
Yeah. Time to say goodbye. The podcast is over for now.
We will miss you guys.
All right, bye.